morning, my name's Joan Selecky. I'm an instructor here for the City of Tempe Parks and Rec. We're going to work today with a core power class, and we're going to start this morning with what is neutral alignment, putting our body in the proper position so that movement can be done more effectively and efficiently. So, on that note, we're going to stand up nice and tall. Legs are hip width apart. Very important that we want to balance on the four corners of our feet so that when we balance, and power comes up the body and we start moving, we don't feel that we're out of balance. So let's kind of just gently rock back and forth on our feet so that you can find your balance, because we're all built differently. And start with your heel. Put your heel down and then gently put the ball of your foot down and your toes down and let it all be comfortable. And once you have that set, lining up the joints, ankle over knee over hip, and the joints are soft. Coming up into the pelvic hip region. You want to engage the abdominal muscle, very important muscle in the core. Think of bringing the belly button toward the spinal column while keeping the natural curvature of your lumbar spine intact. So it's just a gentle engagement, but the hips are there also. What will help is gently engaging your gluteal muscles. When you do that, that will help keep the pelvic girdle in place and will also help keep your lower back in place. So you've got your core, your abdominal muscle engaged, your gluteal muscle engaged, and your lower back muscle engaged, all comfortably, all gently. Your spinal column. The spinal column is meant to keep us nice and tall, so you want to stand nice and tall. And your shoulders, down and back. However, it's not a huge military down and back. Just gently think of your shoulder blades as back pockets. When you're putting them down and back, you're gently gliding them down into the pockets. Your arms are extended, your arms are close to the sides of your body. Your neck, you want to keep nice and long, as with the rest of your spine, but you want to relax it. Bring your chin down slightly. Think of your fist. You want to be able to fit your fist between your chin and collarbone. First and foremost, most of you are probably thinking, I'm feeling like a robot now, which is very natural because we don't realize this is where movement starts from. So with that, just give yourself permission to say, okay, I'm going to start relaxing with this. But I'm going to stand nice and tall, engaging the abdominal. And by the way, people will ask me, what's the best exercise I can do to start working my abdominal? Start engaging it, because how often should I have it engaged? 24/7? Because in actuality, your abdominal, particularly that lower portion of the abdominal, is your girdle. It supports your lower back. So when you engage it, you're engaging and supporting the lower back as well. So, functional movement. What is a movement that we do all the time? Walking. When we walk, we want to walk nice and tall. Heel-toe motion. Again, we're working on balance. And even when we walk backwards, which is something we do, toe heel, nice and tall. When we sit, another very functional movement, working with the squat, which we'll do later. But working with the squat when we're sitting, we're standing nice and tall to start, and we want the power of these lower muscles to do a lot of our work for us. So when we come down, we're engaging the gluteals, the lower back, abdominal muscle. We're aiming for that chair. The shoulders stay back so we're not here. And then when we're coming up from the chair or from where we're sitting, we want to stand nice and tall. Let the gluteals lift us. Let the quads extend the knees. That's their job. Let the muscles do their job. Let the core stabilize us. So once again, we're standing nice and tall. Let's all take a nice breath in. And exhale. Now, what are some exercises we can do while we're standing? A very important exercise, rotation. It's what our internal, external, oblique portion of our abdominal muscles do. So, rotating, let's just start with our legs slightly beyond hip. Shoulders, once again, down and back. You'll hear me say that constantly. When I constantly say something, it's a great reminder for you to put that in the back of your head going, oh, yeah, shoulders down and back, abdominal muscle engaged. Let's start with our arms extended up, shoulder level. Let's turn the palms up and bring our fingertips on top of the shoulders. This is also, I like to give little props for you. How do I know I'm going out of form? Form is critical to everything. Oh, I can start seeing my elbows go forward. I can feel my shoulders going forward. So it'll give you a better opportunity to stay in form, keeping those shoulders down and back. We're going to rotate. When we rotate, we're working from our pelvic girdle. The hips stay forward and comfortable. We're going to, in one unit, rotate over to our left, let our gaze follow, and bring it back to center. How do I know that I'm going a little too beyond? Is when I start moving that hip with me. Then I know I've reached my boundary. That's as far as I want to go. So let's do 12 to each side. And you're breathing. To the left for 12. It's slow and controlled. 11. Notice my knees are soft, they're slightly flexed. 10. Everything's engaged. 9. There is a technicality with breathing and exercise. You exhale on the exertion, which is what I'm doing right now. But my mantra is breathe, because it's usually one of the last things you forget to do because I'm thinking of everything else. So breathe. Feel that movement. The body loves to do this. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back to center. If you need a little break to bring the arms down, please do. I'm a big shoulder roller. It helps to keep the shoulders loose and mobile, which is one of their main functions. Let's once again bring the arms back up, shoulder level, turn the palms up, fingertips on top of the shoulders, shoulders are down and back, abdominal, gluteal, lower back muscles are engaged. Now let's rotate over to the right for 12. 12. A nice little tip to help you breathe is to count under your breath. 10, because it forces you to breathe. 9, 8, 7. It doesn't have to be a big move. We're all built differently. One size does not fit all. One size fits one. So do what is comfortable for you. If you need to stop and take a break, please do. Let's do 2 more. And let's come to center. Let's bring the arms down. Once again, let's roll our shoulders. Let's do twice to the back. And for most of you, you're probably going, this feels really good. It does. Now, let's give it a quick stretch before we go on. Let's extend our right arm up. Again, the knees are slightly flexed, but they're soft. Let's reach overhead to the left, stretching an area we just worked. And then let's bring it up nice and tall. And now let's extend our left arm and let's reach overhead. And let's reach nice and tall, bring the arms down. Let's come back to center. Let's place our hands in prayer position. This is what it's called in yoga, but you're just placing your palms together. Let's give the lower back a stretch. That was also involved in the rotation. As we inhale, let's bring arms overhead. We're only going to go halfway down. This is called the airplane. We're going to separate the arms. The legs are extended, the knees are soft. We're going to go halfway down. Some people get a little lightheaded or dizzy if they go all the way down, so you can stay right here. Feel that nice stretch through the gluteals, through the hamstrings, through the lower back. Now, if it's comfortable for you, you can release. Bring it all the way down. And now this is a great way to take you back into neutral. Coming up one vertebrae at a time. And where am I putting my shoulders? Down in my pocket. I'm standing nice and tall. Let's take that nice breath again. And exhale. Quick reminder, very important, neutral alignment. Balancing on the four corners of your feet. Your legs are hip width apart. You're lining up your joints in your lower body. They're all comfortable. Engaging the abdominal, gluteal, lower back muscles. Keeping yourself tall, keeping that spine erect. Houses your spinal cord as well. Shoulders down and back. Looking up. I hope everything felt well. Have a well and a very safe day, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care.